Hello, everyone. Welcome to the AllBrands show. I'm Barbara from AllBrands.com, and I'm so happy that you're here with us today to learn about sewing, quilting, and embroidery. And today we are learning about something new for AllBrands. On our website, AllBrands.com, we are now carrying Babylock, and that means Babylock sergers, as well as the sewing, quilting, and embroidery machines. And we're so excited to be here with Lori Hernandez, a Babylock educator from the Lafayette area in Louisiana, and she just has a lot to show us. We're just really excited about this new brand that we're bringing on. But before we get started, I did want you to know that we're doing a giveaway at the end of this broadcast. So please comment AllBrands, AllBrands, to be eligible to win a $25 AllBrands.com e-gift card. And here it is. So good luck. All right. Let's bring in our special guest, Lori. Here she is. Hi. Welcome,
everyone. So happy to be here, Barbara. And it was truly my pleasure to meet you this past week at Babylock 2024. It was so exciting. I know you're excited. I know I'm excited. I absolutely love Serging. And if you're already familiar with me or you're one of my friends, maybe you're a member of Serge Fun Club, you know how much fun we have with our Babylock Sergers. And there's a new one that we've released, right? We're so excited about that. Thank you for having me.
I'm so happy that you're here. And I was so fortunate to take your 2 classes at Babylock Tech in St. Louis, Missouri this past weekend. And we learned all about the new Coverhem with Creative Top Cover Stitch machine. So that's what's new with Babylock. But with AllBrands.com, the full line of Babylock sergers is new. So we're going to talk about all of those today. But I'd like to just introduce you and maybe tell us a little bit more about yourself and how did you get started in this wonderful world of serging and overlockers?
Yes, absolutely. I do have a little bit of a backstory. Years and years ago, when I finally had my little girl living in Southwest Louisiana, she had to have a little smock dress for probably every little place we would go to. So I learned years ago how to smock. And when we were at my son, his baseball games or soccer games, Alyssa would be running around in her little smocked dresses. Someone would come up to me and just ooh and ah over her and her little dress. And then they would say, "Where did you get that?" And guess what I would say? I made it. And my heart always got a little warmer when you got compliments on something that you lovingly created yourself. And it quickly became a business for me because I opened a custom clothing store where I specialized in children's clothing. But I did weddings and alterations as well. And everybody probably goes, "Oh, alterations." But you know what? It taught me a whole lot. And one thing that it really taught me was I needed a Babylock serger. I did have a serger, but I didn't have a Babylock serger. And I had the pleasure and honor of finding a local Babylock store that I could pick up a Babylock serger from. And that really made my life so much easier. Serging with a Babylock serger is so very simple. Yep, serging and simple in the same sentence. It's fun, it's easy, it's the way to go. I'm so excited you are carrying them now.
Me too. And I knew that I've always loved sergers, but I never had the opportunity to use a Babylock serger. And I was just literally blown away by how easy they are to use. There's no thread tension adjustments required on a lot of the models that we'll go through. There's they were the first air threading sergers available. And then there's even air threading on the needles on the one that you're on.
Absolutely. Revolutionary threading. It is phenomenal. I actually don't even have my serger threaded right now, so I'll probably do that at some point because I've got to show you a couple of little things while we're here for sure.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. So how long ago was that you got started? What year was that?
So, oh my goodness. So that's, I have to say, can I date Alyssa's year, how old she is? Probably her. It was over 30 years ago when I started using Babylock sergers.
Oh wow. That's
So I started
amazing.
sewing. So let's see, how long, so Alyssa, maybe, well, I'm going to say maybe 25 years ago when I started using Babylock sergers.
Oh, we're getting a few comments that I wanted to bring in. Mary Ann Duplaga, I hope I said that correctly. She says, Babylock makes serging so easy. Yes, I experienced that this weekend.
Hi, Mary.
And Senda says, I love my Babylock Triumph. Yes, so that is the top of the line. That's what you have in front of you right now.
That is what I have in front of me right now.
Mm-hmm. So tell us, when did you get started becoming an educator for Babylock, and what has that been like for you?
Yes, oh my goodness. So about 2012, I actually came on board with Babylock as an educator, and boy, did it really just open up a journey that I will always feel very, very happy and honored that I have been able to journey through the process, the fun that I have had going out, meeting so many of you, because those names are very familiar to me, that we had some comments on the screen. Hello, everyone, if you already know me. And many people I've been able to meet you in person. But you know what I think is, I think serging and sewing and embroidering, it's definitely creative therapy. So the moment that I was able to start traveling and teaching in person and really exploring the full line of Babylock machines, sergers, embroidery, it really did bring even a brighter spark in my life. And, you know, it was just so many weekends of travel and fun and creativity, and being able to share what I've learned in my past sewing journey with so many of you out there and about really makes it even much more of a happy moment for me. So, you know, quality and ease of sewing, embroidering, and serging with Babylocks throughout the years of teaching, you know, and being able to teach on a platform of so many people in classrooms at one time. And we're just sewing, serging away, embroidering, and having lots of fun very easily. You know, there's no tears. We just have lots of fun with our Babylock sergers. So I've just traveled lots and lots since about 2012. I was on the road a whole lot, and it's going to happen again. We had such a great time at Babylock Tech 2024, and it is time for me to hit the road much more often than I have been recently.
Well, I learned some really, being new to Babylock, but not new to sergers, I've learned a lot about why Babylock stands out above the rest. And I'm seeing a bunch of comments in here. Says, Mary says, I had an Imagine and Evolution, now a Triumph. Pamela says, I love my Ovation. Linda says, I have an Evolution as well, and I love it. Cindy says, I can go to town on my air serger. I love it. Barbara Jones, hey, Barbara, I still love my very old Evolution. They're so well made. I learned that not only are they Japanese engineered, but they're actually all but I think one, the entry-level model, are made in Japan, correct?
And very quality. You know, they know their stuff. So it's exciting to know that we have such a quality product that's easy to use. You know, being able to get those in the beginning, the jet air threading with our earlier models, I had an Imagine in the beginning as well. Now we have a Victory, and they're always improving. You know, it's so nice to know. And you kind of think, how can they make it better? But they're always thinking about how they can improve things for us. So yes, the quality of the engineering and where they are manufactured is definitely a great place for them to get those quality items from and in our hands.
Right. I know that you were pivotal in the new model that just came out, the
Babylock Applaud.
Applaud, yes.
Applaud. Absolutely.
Can you tell us, like, what was the process of developing that? It's actually a cover hem machine. It's the same as the Euphoria, but it adds
Yeah. So,
Decorative cover.
Absolutely. So with the new machine, actually, the way I think about it is a brand new way for us to be able to become artistic designers. We've always wanted to use decorative threads in our sergers, and I do that all the time. In my loopers, absolutely. But now our engineer, through Babylock himself, actually designed this idea and had it implemented and installed in our new Babylock Applaud. It is the ability for us to place so many different decorative threads in a system that's in the front, that wiper system where we can place standard serger thread, really heavy decorative threads, kind of in between decorative threads, different colors, and create so many different looks. And I love the fact that combining those decorative threads with whatever stitch your machine is set up with as a foundational stitch, if you're using different thread colors, different fabric colors, it really comes together to create different looks. So the possibilities are endless. It's the creative top cover stitch. But again, I like to think of this as my have paintbrush. Look at all those beautiful stitches.
This
and
is
combining
amazing. Here's the chain.
Gorgeous.
Here's the this is using all the threads.
So you've got your triple cover stitch, and then including some threads within your wiper system. So the wiper system on this machine gives us these two little wipers in the needle area that goes back and forth. It's really that, if you think about it, we're actually doing, it's not couching, but it kind of appears to be couching, but so easy. Your decorative threads that are going and passing through the wiper system, they're not going through a tension system. So that really makes it so much easier for us to use different decorative threads smoothly, seamlessly. We're just surging along. How did you enjoy, Barbara, as you were in my class, you were sitting at that Babylock Applaud, you were sending that fabric through, just like with no hiccups, you were just going to town, right?
It was amazing. So it takes the Euphoria machine and it adds these two little wipers on the top, and they take the two pretty thick. I think we did like a 12 weight thread.
We did actually all the way down to a 4-weight, because when you think of decorative threads, the larger the number, the thinner the thread. So when we bring those 4 weights and 6 weights and include them into the wiper system, you're really getting that texture, that dimension, and it's just gorgeous. This is just a little purse that I designed for the project that I taught at Babylock Tech. I've actually created a fully embellished vest here, and this is actually one of my patterns through Surge Fun Club. Look how gorgeous this is. And this one is very simplistic. I just threaded the machine for a triple cover stitch as my foundation, and then I use different decorative threads, some standard threads, some heavier weighted threads. Here's a heavier weighted glamour thread. You get that little bit of sparkle in it. Doesn't that look so beautiful? In the wiper system. And this just happens so quickly, but it looks like it takes something very difficult to make it happen, but it doesn't. It's so fast. It's so easy. You'll be creating one-of-a-kind designer apparel projects and anything you can imagine to combine the features in the Babylock Applaud and your fabrics or whatever you can imagine.
Oh my goodness. I'm so excited. We've had a few comments that came through while you were explaining that, while we were showing the samples. Actually, we have a lot of Triumph owners in the comment section, which I'm so happy to hear, because that's the top of the line 8-thread needle air threading, looper and chain air threading machine. It is with no tension dials. It just knows the tension to set.
That's right. It has that wonderful revolutionary threading. Once you really have gotten a Triumph, you'll never want to let it go. And now the Babylock Applaud is going to be your next, I even like to say paintbrush, I mean, we don't have to throw paint at it. We're gonna throw thread at it, And we are going to accomplish just so many different things. So the Triumph and the Babylock Applaud are two very complementary machines to have in your sewing rooms, your sewing studio. You are going to be so excited to have this machine sitting right there in front of you.
And I agree with having them as complementary side by side,
Yes.
because you have the best overlocker that does have chain and cover. But when you're constructing a garment, you don't always want to have to switch the machine over like in between. So a lot of us have a dedicated cover hem machine, but not only is this a dedicated 3-needle cover hem chain stitch machine, it adds that extra stitch. So you get the best of both worlds.
It's so easy.
Yeah. Marianne said, I'm so excited and anxious to see what Lori brings us with the Applaud. She sold me on my Triumph a few years ago, and I need the Applaud now.
Yes. I can't wait. I'm so excited to really start, including so many of these different just accents that we're going to be able to create. It really has opened up a whole wonderful avenue that I think we maybe have always been dreaming about, But again, I keep saying easy because it is so easy to just thread in those decorative threads, our standard threads in the wiper system, and we are off to having some very creative designer fun easily.
Yeah. So we did get a good question from Joe. So what is the difference between the Euphoria and the Applaud? And I'll go ahead and I'll bring those both on screen for everyone.
Sure.
So the Euphoria has been in the line. This is what the Applaud is enhancing. So this is your cover and chain stitch machine. You see it has that 5 inches to the right of the needle. You'll see on where the thread comes down, there's no tension. So it has that ATD, automatic thread delivery, which is an exclusive of Babylock. And it's going to give you a 3-thread cover hem and chain stitch. Am I missing anything?
Yeah, so you have those features that you can create cover hem and chain stitching on the Euphoria. That is exactly right.
Perfect. So the Applaud, you could see it looks very similar, but it adds some buttons on the front. So you have a needle up and down. In the middle, there's like a round button, and that basically moves your wipers from the outside to the inside. And that's what crisscrosses those pretty decorative stitch threads on top of your stitch to get the unique effect. And you'll see there's 2 more threading paths on there. So going back to the Euphoria, you see there, is that 4 or 5 threads?
That you're going to have your 1, 2, 3, 4 threads, because you have your chain looper, and then you have your cover stitch, chain stitch needle 1, 2, and 3 capability. We could do a narrow left cover hem, a narrow right cover hem, or we can do triple cover hems, and of course a chain stitch that only requires 2 threads. But when we go to the Applaud, if you look at the front of that machine, all those wonderful little things kind of on the front left, those are the threading paths for our decorative threads. Now the image that you see here has standard serger threads on every position, and the 2 to the farthest left, those are the ones that will be used in the wiper system. And again, we can use standard threads, we can use 12 weights, 30 weights, 6 weights, 8 weights, 4 weights to create some very gorgeous effects. Now when you look to the right of the machine, you do still have the capability of using 3 needles and your chain looper. And what I really do like as well, Barbara, about the Applaud is the combination foot. The combination foot is, you can use that foot when you're cover hemming, when you're chain stitching. You could still use that machine for a standard cover or chain stitch. But the fact that if we want to apply those decorative threads and decorative stitches and combine it along with a chain stitch, a triple cover stitch, a narrow cover stitch, now we have the ability to really bring it far above anything you've probably ever seen. There's so many garments out there in the industry that really sports some beautiful texture on the top, and it looks like beautiful embellishments. This is going to open up for us in our sewing rooms, being able to really create some beautiful accents that's going to look like it took a lot of time to create, but the Applaud is going to do it for you very easily. I ran out today and I bought 3 new pairs of blue jeans because those are going to be embellished with my Babylock Applaud very soon. I want to make a belt. You know, some of this shirt that I have on is pretty long. I want to create a belt with all that texture and beauty on it to give it a little tie. And then I'll also coordinate some of my jeans and some of your ready to wear. You could pick up ready to wear and really allow it to be taken to another level with that embellishing opportunity.
Look how stretchy it is.
Oh, yes.
And so this is just playing with the length adjustment on it. So I have a more width at the bottom and then less at the top.
Yeah. And what's great about these stitches, it's just like a serger. When you're serging on a knit, your serge stitches are always going to stretch. But we can also accomplish different visual effects just by changing the stitch length. I like to start at about a 4 and kind of play between a stitch length of 2 and 4, because you have all of these threads that you're embellishing with and you really want them to be face forward. They're so pretty.
Goodness, I love it. Well, that's the new Applaud. And so the Euphoria can be purchased on our website, AllBrands.com. That's the chain cover machine. But if you're interested in that decorative top cover, we are going to have a Babylock store in Austin, Texas coming this fall, which I will be running, and I'm so excited. So my live shows will be from Austin.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Me too.
That's gonna be close enough, Barbara, for me to drive up and visit in person. So we'll have to think what we can do with all of your Babylock Serger owners. We'll have to do something in person as well.
Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait. So tell us a little bit more. We touched on the new stuff, the Applaud, but tell us more about the Triumph machine.
Absolutely. You know, the Triumph is definitely something that I cannot live without. And I will go ahead and just thread it up. I was going to maybe do a couple of little gathering stitches for you. I love the fact that it's so very easy. If you're not a serger owner and you've been thinking about it, or maybe you have a serger that's not so friendly, this is the serger for you. And it is 2 machines in one, because you have all of your overlock capability combined with your cover and chain stitch capability. So that's why I love the fact that my Applaud can sit here beside my Triumph and create all those decorative stitches whenever I want. And then maybe I just want a serger seam here over on my Triumph. And I really love being able to have the security of a serged stitch. I have to tell you, you know, I love to embroidery, absolutely, but probably 95% of my time is spent constructing and creating on my Babylock Triumph. The threading system is so very simple. It's as easy as just, you know, clicking a couple of buttons, getting your thread where it needs to go, pushing a button, and before you know it, it is threaded and ready to go. So I'll get it threaded. I've got a few little scrap pieces of fabric, and then you and I will gather together. So Barbara, if you want to mention a couple of your other sergers while I'm just threading it up real quickly.
Yeah, so I'll just bring the line of sergers that we have, starting with the Triumph. And I've got to say, we've got a lot of Triumph owners watching. A lot of them are coming from the Serge Fun Club that you host. And we'll talk about that a little later. Actually, let me bring that up now. I do have it here. So if you go to, is it
SergeFunClub.com. Yes, you've got it right there.
This is an excellent resource for you to just learn more about serging with Lori Hernandez.
Serge Fun Club.
Yeah, so you pay an annual subscription, and then they get unlimited access. Is that how it works?
Yeah. So the year for Serge Fun Club is a little bit different. When it first started, it started in April. So our annual year runs from April all the way to March. So if you're not familiar with Serge Fun Club, If you join today, all for 2024, you're going to get everything that we've already created starting back in April of 2024 and then into March of 2025. And, you know, this happened out of a time when we were all at home. I wasn't on the road much anymore. And my wonderful friend, Sandra and Mila, we came together and it became something that we really, really enjoy. Now, Alyssa and my daughter Alyssa and myself, now we run it all ourselves for ourselves now. And it's really fun because now I can come out and meet you on the road. But if you're still sitting at home and you want to go into Serge Fun Club and you and I create something at your leisure, because it's a project a month that I release, and it really gets you comfortable with serging, just so many things. Go check it out. You will absolutely love it. And we do a live webinar once a month as well.
So also, Babylock has a really great program for virtual content for learning about machines as well, available. So there's, I believe, out of any of the manufacturers that I've been exposed to, Babylock has the most education. They're education centric.
Yes.
And you know what else I love about them? Not only are their headquarters are based in the United States, so they're a U.S. company, they're family owned and operated, and
absolutely,
and female led. So I was just very
that is
wonderful.
True. Yeah.
The only sewing machine manufacturer that's female.
That's wonderful, right? We're enjoying really being able to enjoy what we do and be in places that maybe we couldn't be in before. So the love of knowledge that Babylock produces. There is always great educational opportunities. And again, Barbara, you could definitely share that with your customers. I know years ago when SewEd first started, I actually did a full-blown overview of all the feet and accessories that fit on the Babylock Evolution. And that should still be in that vault, you know. So it's really nice that you can get education, a lot of education, and that actually covers even other machines as well.
Oh yeah, so the full line of sewing and quilting, and they even have some fun specialty machines like the Sashiko machine.
Yes. Oh my goodness, you've got some Sashiko stitches up on the screen. It's beautiful.
Oh yeah, we do.
Yes, I love it. Well, why don't I show you a couple of little things?
Okay.
I am threaded. Can you believe that? And I wasn't even threaded when we started. So I'm just
that was so fast.
It was so fast. So I have the Triumph threaded for a 4-thread overlock. You know, if you go to the store and you pick up a garment, you look at those seams, you are typically going to see a beautiful finished stitch that has been serged on. Now, a lot of them are combined with a safety stitch. So you could actually stitch a 4-thread overlock combined with a safety stitch. And you know, that just made me think of something. This year when I released Serge Fun Club, I actually made available to you what I call the visual stitch reference class. So if you are a 2024 member, I have actually stitched out every stitch from your quick reference guide and really exploring those different stitches. I know there's many times maybe you haven't even touched those combination stitches that are on your serger. This is an opportunity for me to walk you through that. You can do a little bit every day if you would like. Let me see if I can just find real quick in my little stack here, those combination stitches right here. So I could take and stitch. So this one is the cover stitch wide combined with a 4-thread overlock. Check that out. This is too wide.
Wow.
Yeah. And I had so much fun creating this, put a lot into this. If you are a member, you know how my education goes. No one is left behind. So I'm going to take two pieces of fabric. I'm just going to put them right sides together and give it a serge down the edge. is such a very sturdy stitch whenever you are creating projects, garments, whatever it may be. I love to make my Triumph seam. It's so easy. So I'm not fiddling around with threading. It's very quickly threaded, very, very easy. The machine is calling me.
It's calling.
Yes, it is. It is fabulous and easy. But I thought I would show you how to very quickly gather as well. So having in my background, being able to gather is something that's very important to me. So maybe you have a sewing machine that you gather with all the time. Now, keep in mind, I've sewn a whole lot of children's clothing where I'm going to gather around the waist and gather up the little skirt on that. And there's sometimes whenever you do that on a sewing machine and you've gathered and gathered and gathered, and all of a sudden, when you're about finished, what happens? I know you're thinking of it right now. That thread breaks. And then you think, oh my goodness, okay, maybe I can make it look good. And then you realize you can't. So you have to start all over. And that was one of the things that really drove me to my Babylock Serger, was the ability to even gather on this machine. So all I need to do is adjust my differential feed all the way up to 2 to that maximum gathering, which I just did. And then I'll take my stitch length up to 4. That's going to allow me to gather very swiftly and quickly. There's even additional foot. It's called the shearing foot. I don't have it on the Serger right now, but that's an additional foot that you can pick up. And the great thing about Babylock is they're always trying to give you additional things that are going to make your sewing, serging, opportunity, and experience in life easier. So I have it set up for gathering. Let's do a quick little gather. And there you have it, a beautiful little gathered strip of fabric. Now, your 4-thread overlock is also an adjustable gather. So I could take and grab the threads that come from the needles, and I can even tug on those little threads just like you would from a sewing machine. You know, you'll grab those bobbin threads, but I don't have to. But I always get asked, hey, can we gather that more? Of course you can. All you need to do is just find the little needle threads. I'm just going to give it a little tickle here and find my little needle threads. And then if I hold on to those, I can actually even gather more. I do have a YouTube channel as well. I think back in 2013, I started my YouTube channel. If you want to go check out some of those things, years and years ago, when I had the Babylock Ovation, I created a little tutorial where we took a t-shirt and we very quickly placed a rolled hem on the bottom of the ruffle. We gathered it and we applied it to the bottom of the little t-shirt. Very great to use those features on your serger to create something so quickly. Gathering is something that I always do on my serger, my Babylock Triumph. It's so fast, it's so easy. And once you're finished, it's professional. It saves me time. You know, it is definitely a win-win all the way around.
I love it. So I am going to put your name on the screen so people can find you on your YouTube channel.
Sure.
And you're Lori Hernandez.
And I'm not the one that won the gold medal at the Olympics quite a few years back.
I love it. Oh my goodness. So we could bring the sergers up the line and we could just kind of talk about the difference between them.
Sure.
Right. Okay, so we have the Triumph Serger. This is the top of the line. This is what Lori is using today in her studio. So I think my favorite feature on it, Lori, is the ATD, automatic thread delivery. And you'll notice where the threads come down for the chain and the loopers. You have tension adjustments there. The machine just automatically knows.
Yes, and it delivers a beautiful thread, a beautiful stitch, no matter what fabric you're stitching on. So that is definitely one of my favorites as well.
Yeah, and this one threads the needles with air and also threads the chain and loopers with air. Absolutely,
your revolutionary threading.
I love that. And it also has the largest thread space, which is helpful for when you need to get your hand back there for whatever reason.
Absolutely. It gives you that space from the needle to the inside of the machine so we can get more fabric in there. So if you've ever had an evolution in the very past, it's not an evolution anymore that's in the line, but you found out that you really did enjoy moving up to a Triumph because you gained that 5 inches to the right of the needle. And now with the stitches that we have on this serger, we can get so much more creative because we have so much space to the right of the needle.
Right. So there's also a lever on the right of the machine that says wave and overlock. And I've noticed that's on the top 3 in the line.
Yes. Yes.
So is that a special decorative stitch?
It absolutely is. And in a minute, but not yet, you can come and I'll show you a little example of that. That wave stitch was actually an ingenious, fun opportunity for one of our past educators. If you know her, Margaret Tully, she's no longer an educator, but she is a phenomenal woman. And she was just tricking those threads, trying to see what she could come up with. She came up with a wave stitch, and then Charlie took that to the engineers and had that actually placed within a variety of our top of the line sergers. Isn't that amazing?
I love that.
I do have an example of that on my quilt that I have. So we'll look at that one as well. So if you look here, I've actually, can y'all see it? I've pieced together, I did some wave stitch, what I like to call textured piecing, where you're placing your fabrics wrong sides together. But look at that beautiful wave stitch. So this is another very pretty designer stitch that you have included in your Babylock Triumph.
Oh, Barbara says the wave is one of my favorites.
Oh, yes. Yes.
All right.
Mine too.
Deborah says, love the wave stitch. So we have, I thought we'd have a lot of newbies in here, but apparently we have a lot of folks that love and enjoy the Babylock.
Absolutely.
Okay, so let's go back to the next one down, which is the Accolade, which has made me sing the Guys and Dolls song Adelaide all week.
I love it.
It's not the Adelaide, it's the Accolade. This is also 8 threads, so it does the same stitches that the Triumph does, right?
Yes, it does. You have a lot of great functionality, and maybe you are just looking to be able to have that cover stitch and the overlock, cover stitch, chain stitch, and overlock capability. But you notice you no longer have the space to the right of the needle, but this might be just the right serger for you, depending on what you like to create or what you need in your sewing room as well.
Oh, of course. And that price point can't be beat. And that's actually a limited time offer. The Accolade is normally $34.99. So you're savings a good bit. And that special is actually over pretty soon. I don't have the exact date on that, but it is for a limited time. Okay. All right. So the next one down is the Acclaim. So this is a 4-thread overlock serger. So we're taking away the cover and chain stitch on there. But it looks like we still have that wave stitch.
You're going to have the wave stitch, definitely. And you're still going to also have the revolutionary threading. It is that threading system that the Triumph has on it. And you do even have a little more space to the right of the needle, if you'll notice. So this is a phenomenal overlock machine. So maybe you want to pick this machine up, pick up your brand new Applaud. I think these two would be a great combination as well. Whatever works for you. But this is a fabulous machine. You're going to get that rolled hem, your 3-thread overlock, your 4-thread overlock. Great gathering capability, your wave stitch, and that revolutionary threading. Can't go wrong with this for sure.
So let me just go back. I see this one has a button on the front. Is that for air threading the needles?
Yes, it has the So the Acclaim also has the revolutionary threading for the needles. Of course, you have your air threading for your loopers as well, but you also have revolutionary threading for your needles, just like your Triumph does.
Wow. So this one is actually normally $24.99 and it's on sale for a limited time for $19.99.
Oh, you'll love it. It is a smooth ride.
Yeah. And currently, these 3 that we've gone over can be purchased online only, and when we open in Austin, in our Austin showroom. And then we did talk about the Euphoria, which is the cover and chain machine, and the Applaud is the Euphoria that adds the top cover stitch function, and that one will be available in Austin in the fall. Absolutely. All right, let's talk about, these are more the entry-level ones, so still made in Japan, for 4-thread overlock victory serger.
If you just get started, absolutely. If you're just getting started, this is a great serger as well, or you need a second one, or you want to take one to class with you. I actually have the victory serger. Again, no tension dials at ATD. It's really something that's very easy to start serging, and there you go, you're off to the races. Beautiful overlock stitches, beautiful rolled hem, and very easily to accomplish. Maybe you have 2 homes. Now, there's a lot of people that live up north and then they come down south, and maybe you want one that you can bring from place to place. This is a great one to have.
Oh, and a great price point too. And does it say jet air threading on the front? Does it have, let's see.
It has your jet air threading for this one.
Oh, perfect. And there's a built-in needle threader. It's not the air threading, but it's
right. It's a little bit different, but it's a great needle threader. It's very easy to thread with that serger as well, but it's not air threading.
I love it. I love it so much. Okay, so the next one down is the Celebrate Serger. That one has air threading for the loopers and a built-in needle threader for the needles. But you'll see this one has the tension dials on the front, so you lose the ATD. On the Celebrate, it's still made in Japan, and that price point cannot be beat. My goodness, for a Japanese-made serger that threads the loopers. My goodness.
That's great opportunity.
Last but not least, this one is not made in Japan, but it is a Babylock serger, and it doesn't have the ATD, but you get a very good entry-level price point. So if someone's just getting started on a budget, then this is a very good serger to have. So, oh my gosh, I love it. I'm so excited.
Oh, yes.
I'm getting the triumph.
You should. I love mine. Yes, absolutely.
Oh my goodness. Well, let me go. I know we got some questions that came through. Let me just double check.
If you don't mind, Barbara, I think Alyssa's watching as well, and I might ask her if she can comment in the comments as well, our Facebook group. So if that's something that y'all might want to find and visit with us as well, Serge Fun Club. If Alyssa will place that in the comments, that would be great.
Thank you, Alyssa. All right, let me find the questions that we haven't answered yet. Here's one, just a comment. I love my Babylock Triumph. It's the best. Okay, here's one from Marianne. Can you make your own cording on the serger and then use that in the top cover stitch for trim?
Oh, yes, you can. So actually, let me show you this little trick. You know, we all think differently creatively, okay? And if you've been around, seen any of my samples, or you're in Serge Fun Club, you know I'm always kind of creatively re-engineering things. So let's just look at the strap here. See the strap here? This is our creative top cover stitch from the Babylock Applaud. And I've combined it with a triple cover stitch. So look how gorgeous that is. Now I'm using the 1.5-inch belt loop binder to create this strap. And I thought, what? Now I can make some very designer piping. So what I did, if you can imagine, I had a strip of fabric wider than this, and I stitched this same stitch down the center of the strip that we're mentioning, and I created a very pretty designer piping. Isn't that cool? You can actually make piping and stitch whatever decorative stitch you would choose onto a strip of fabric and then take it over and create your piping as well. It's pretty phenomenal. I mean, you're going to start thinking of all the different things that you can think about. So I made my piping over here on my Triumph, but I did make my beautiful decorative stitches on my Euphoria.
Oh, I love it. Okay, we did have a question from Aaron Potts. A very good question. Is the wiper system on the Triumph? So that's a brand new feature. And I know you were heavily involved in that.
Yeah, no, you will not see that. You will not see that wiper system on any of our other machines, nor can it be added to any of our other machines. That is going to be strictly a feature that you can only get if you pick up the Babylock Applaud.
Very nice.
Good question. Good question.
Just a nice comment from Paula. Absolutely nothing compares with Babylock Sergers. I've been using them for many years and they never let me down. True. Okay, here's one from Joe. Does Babylock make a clear foot for the Triumph?
Absolutely. They sure do.
Yeah. So we're actually working, we're still adding more products from Babylock. We have all of the Sergers and Coverhems up, but there is tons of accessories, including a foot kit that has all 29 feet that you would ever need packaged in it. So that will be a recommended accessory, hopefully within the next week. And then we'll also have all of the feet on our website as well. Oh, you have it.
This is mine. Now, maybe packaging has been changed. You know, Barb, you might have to look at that. But I love the fact that I have all of my, you know, my candy for my Serger all in one place. It's packaged so well. And then you also have a wonderful book that comes with it and really brings you through those different feet and accessories, how to set it up, how to cut some. I just happened to open, guess where? Clear foot.
Very cool.
That was really nice. You can get that clear foot in this foot kit as well.
You know what else I learned that I was super excited about? Okay, so for some manufacturers, they sell separately like, a playbook or inspiration guide. For the Babylocks, there are inspiration guides included with machines. Do you know which models specifically include the inspiration guides off the top of your head?
Off the top, I'm gonna say I'm pretty sure from what they told us, but things do change. But it was my impression that everyone is actually shipped with an inspiration guide. If I'm wrong, Barbara's going to find out positively, but pretty sure that most of them come with the inspiration guides these days. But Barb, you'll have to make sure on that for me.
I am checking to see. I know there's about 8 inspiration guides.
If not all machines have them, so if they have it.
Let's see here.
You can always, maybe on your next live, you can always answer that for sure on your next live. That would be something she can find out for sure.
Right. I know that the Triumph has one included because I saw it next to the machine. I was like, oh, well, how much do you charge for this? And they were like, oh, it comes with the machine. And I was like, machine.
Yeah. And they did mention that at Tech this week as well. I just want to make sure I'm not giving you any misinformation.
All right, so another question. Okay, Marianne must be part of the Serge Fun Club. She says, oh, I have that pattern for my vest in the Serge Fun Club. Now all I need is my Applaud to make it.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Here's another one from Marianne. She said, I made Lori's quilt she has on her table. It was such a wonderful teaching project to make each square a different technique.
So this was another class that I designed back in 2020, you know, when we all started staying home more. And I actually designed the techniques class along with this creative techniques quilt project. And you can still pick this this program up over on my Serge Fun Club website. I put a lot of fun time into that. And every block on this little quilt includes different stitches, different techniques that you can actually accomplish with your Babylock Serger. there's just so many different things that you can do between making piping and embellishing with the different stitches and even just standard piecing. I love to piece and quilt with my serger as well. Marianne, I'm so glad that you and I got to create this together as well. That makes my heart so happy.
Okay, a few more questions. Joe wants to know some more details about the club and the pricing and how they get on that.
Yeah, absolutely. Joe, you just have to go to surgefunClub.com. If Alyssa's listening, hopefully she can pop that in the comments as well. And if you just scroll through, you really can kind of get an idea of what we've done in the past and in the recent time as well. I create a project a month that's released on the first of each month. And I also create PDF instructions as well as video tutorials. So I really walk you through it step by step. And then I include different features that you can serge, and that allows you to kind of get comfortable with serging. There's so many people that they just want someone to help them through, have a friend to create with, and before you know it, you are going to be serging probably, I'm going to say 75% of the time on your serger. And even in Serge Fun Club, I actually include an embroidery design set. I know you can't embroider on your serger, but you know, I thought that that would be a great addition. It just gives it more value. So each project that we create each month, you also have a little embroidery design set that you can add to the project. And I'll walk you through all that as well. There's some months that need that have a PDF pattern like the vest. And most recently, you want me to show you what we just did this past month?
Oh, of course.
So we created our hanging ruler organizer. Okay, I'm going to try to pick it up here.
Oh, I love it.
And I did, you can actually create this just out of fabric and not include the embroidery design set. But this can hang, you know, on your wall if you have a system in your sewing area that you might have some clips and hooks on the wall, or even on the back of your door.
Oh my gosh, Marianne has so good things to say about you. She said, I wouldn't be wearing my serger without Serge Fun Club. And Lori, and she said, Babylock educator best.
Yeah, I appreciate y'all so much. We have become friends. We really have. And Alyssa has been joining the fun with us this past year. So y'all get to really kind of become even closer to us. My daughter's involved, and they always get to see Aria, my little granddaughter, here and there. We have so much fun. I love to serge. I love to sew. I love to create, but oh my goodness, I couldn't live without what I, you know, with my Triumph. Now, oh my goodness, the Applaud is amazing. Y'all are gonna love it.
You know what I just realized? You never run out of bobbin thread on a
never because you don't have one. This is the thread you have, you know? Yes, absolutely.
Okay, Lucia did ask a question. Will the feet for the Triumph also fit the Gloria?
So refresh, I'm going to say no. I don't know what the Gloria. Oh, okay, wait. That's the name of the serger in Canada. I don't know, Barbara, if you can look up real quick online because are you in front of your computer or something? I don't quote me on it, but I believe that's what they call the Triumph in Canada. And if so, they will fit if that is the same. So if you have the machine with 8 threads like this, then
Excuse me. Okay, go ahead.
Those are going to fit. If you have 8 threads, then those feet are going to fit that serger.
Okay, I have a picture of the Gloria. Let me it looks exactly like the Triumph.
Yeah, so they're going to fit it. Absolutely.
Yeah. Good question. Oh, I learned something new today. I didn't know the Canadian name.
Well, that refreshed my memory. I'm like, oh, I have to read this.
Now I'm going to have the Gloria song stuck in my head.
oh, Gloria. Yeah, we could do that one too.
Marianne also says, I make all my pillows on my Serger so quick to make piping and assemble the pillow.
Absolutely. You know, Serger, just so easy. Beautiful piping. I mean, it's not complete unless it has a beautiful piping. I mean, I'm sure it's lovely without the piping, but piping just adds such a pristine finish. Now, this one doesn't have piping, but it has those beautiful gathers. And I've even created some rolled hem pin tucks on this one. This is one of our, I believe, 2021 Search Fun Club projects. I think this one might have been in 2022 possibly, but you can always look on the website and see the different projects within the different years. We're in our 4th year.
Oh my goodness. Someone asks, what is the size of the Triumph? I know that from needle to neck, it's 5 inches, and I am checking on the specifications online. I found it. Check me out. Okay, the depth is 11.5. The width is 17.5, and the machine height is 12 inches. Good question.
Good question.
All right, and we have 2 more questions, but I'm going to go ahead and remind everyone about our giveaway. So if you haven't yet, go ahead and comment #AllBrands, and you just might win a $25 AllBrands.com e-gift card. All right. Here's one from Deborah Conaway. Hope grows here. That's such a cute profile pic. Recently, I purchased a Babylock Triumph Serger. Personally, I own 3 brother machines. I've never owned a Serger. Where can I find beginner classes for the Triumph? Should I bring up your Search Fun Club again?
And of course, you know, all of the classes that Babylock offers as well, you know, whatever. I mean, that's something that Barbara, you can talk to them about as well. You've got those in there. But Search Fun Club, even on the website where you see my techniques class that you can get. So the techniques class and the creative quilt class is something that I offer aside from on top of Search Fun Club. But if you get into Search Fun Club, I like to walk you step by step through. And I'm sure that as y'all begin to really grow or go into your new store, I am sure that you'll have things that you'll be offering as well. And I'm looking forward to visiting one day once you get that all set up as well. I'll come do some beginner classes in your store also and get to visit with y'all in person. But Search Fun Club is a great place to go if you want me to walk you through step by step.
Wonderful. Yes, and if you haven't yet, if you're on YouTube or Facebook, subscribe to AllBrands.com because I'm going to personally open this Serger and do a few videos myself too. Not as many as Lori does. So if you want a whole lot on that one, go to Lori's channel.
It's always just fun though. It's fun for you, and you know, we are definitely a fun community of friends. So it's always fun. I'll be checking out too, Barbara, what you start creating. I can't wait.
I can't wait too. And I'm going to definitely bundle in that 29-foot kit so I could do every stitch imaginable on it.
Yes, yes.
I wanted to, Marianne's gives us an awesome comment again. Join it. Lori has videos to take you through each step. All right. Here's one from Senda. Definitely join Search Fun Club. Where do we find the info on it? Okay, so it's www.surgefunclub.com, right?
Yeah. Yes, that's right.
Awesome. And I just wanted to call out, we have 2 new members that are watching. So we do have a subscription for our behind the scenes that's on Tuesdays with Courtney. So we have Nancy, woohoo, a member. I love your live, laugh, love. That's so cute. And Barry Shelton, what a cute profile picture. Thanks for watching. All right. Do you have anything else to add on before we do our giveaway?
Oh, I think we've had so much fun. So excited for you and everyone at AllBrands. Oh my goodness. And again, y'all are so close to me. So I'm excited for some visits. I'm glad y'all we got to all visit together this afternoon.
Me too. Oh my goodness. Thank you, Lori. You know, I just asked you on Tuesday. if you would do the live with me. So thanks for joining us at short notice.
This was a very quick turnover. I flew home yesterday and I met Barbara in person, and I absolutely just, I just love you. You're just so sweet. You're so genuine. And I just was so excited. Your sister lives in the same town that I live in. I'm so glad that we met in person.
Me too. And I hope that we meet again very soon.
We will.
Okay, y'all ready? Let's do a drawing. Who's our winner going to be today? I'm going to do my little drum roll here. And our winner is going to be, oh my goodness, Fran! Congratulations, Fran!
Congratulations.
Go ahead and email me at events@allbrands.com, your name, number, and address. And for the winner last Thursday, I'm so sorry I haven't emailed it to you yet. I was at Babylock Tech. I will email you that this evening as well because I know they're watching as well. Thank you so much for joining us, Lori. I can't wait to just dive into Babylock Sergers. And
you're going to love it. It was my pleasure. So glad to be here with y'all today.
Thank you so much. All right, everybody, go hop on over to www.surgefunClub.com and check Lori out. Go to her YouTube channel, Lori Hernandez, not the Olympian, but the Serger.
Yeah, subscribe. We would love to have you there as well.
Yeah. All right. Thank you so much. Bye, guys.